Howdy. I haven't moved. This is episode actual 1 of Difficult Objects. A couple of things going on here. This is the remote for the camera, for the lights, and my little anxiety shaker, which we still aren't entirely sure what it is, but we'll get to that later. So, as I teased in my introduction, this is a toolbox. This is a toolbox from what looks like the 1950s. It is a Champion from Chicago, Illinois, model 218, with some overstamping that I can't quite understand. And I had a padlock on it so that the contents would not walk away. So I'm going to quickly do away with the padlock. That's actually my gem lock. I'm looking for that. So, show not tell, or tell not show don't tell. What is in the box? Okay, it's some stuff. We have a flathead screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver. Can't get to those. Some snips, a monkey wrench, a definitely more modern pocket precision screwdriver set, a tinier Phillips head. I think this is a specialty wrench or a can grabber, who the hell knows. Some Ace Hardware International Professional full lifetime warranty needle nose pliers. Part of an X-Acto knife, a Lego head, sunglasses guy, I like him. There's the scissors, a hook, some detritus, a City of Huntsville parking receipt, $4 at the BBC Event Center, number 13793. I wonder when that's from. They just demolished that parking garage, by the way. One of the interesting things also in here is a token from the long defunct Huntsville Arcade Timeout, which stopped using these tokens back before the turn of the millennium, I'm pretty sure. But I have a couple laying around. And a nice little label. I think that's my handwriting, Frank Martin's Tool Chest. My grandfather. There are some United Wings. Looks to be a sticker or an emblem that came off. The rest of this stuff is actually just stuff. Oh my God almighty. Okay. Okay. I guess we're just gonna go for it. What's the name for this? This is a 90-degree level T-square. I don't know if it's a T-square, if it's just like this, but who knows. Another screwdriver of this set, so I guess we've got a little set going, although those are Phillips and those are flat. A nice long, okay, we got something going. I forgot the name of these wrenches. Pipe wrench, maybe. A really humongous rasp. Maybe an axe head or plow part. Another flathead. A variety of vice grips. Some of these tiny pliers.
Walnut. Walnut.
Walnut? Okay. Some door hardware from a door long gone. Someone apparently painted without taping. This is a Schlage. Aw, a tiny little jeweler's hammer type dealio. I might save that for leather working. I mean, I know a good number of tools. I'm guessing it's like a wrench ordeal that you can get down in a crack or something. We got a seat clamp. We got a little girl.
Mommy.
Hey, girly. Another pair of those. I call these crack pipes. I really don't know what they're supposed to be. They're some sort of wrench.
There's some sort of wrench.
A nutcracker.
Yeah, like a nutcracker.
Yeah.
Like a nutcracker.
Ah, nice little weighted hammer. This is a
Oh,
temper
it's a
solid
hammer
fiberglass
so
handle.
fast. Yeah.
Makes me a little nervous at this day and age.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's a nice hammer. Some drop forged snips
And
of
your
an
glitter
even
box.
larger size. Hey, ladybug. Ooh, this might be weird.
Why won't it work? Why won't it surprise you?
I don't know. You're always a surprise. I can't remember what this is, but it seems familiar.
Drink holder.
Drink holder? I suppose.
Mommy,
Schwinn.
why won't it?
A bike
Why won't it surprise
accessory.
you when I jump at?
What? Am I not surprised enough?
No.
USB powered lava lamp.
I do believe that is a USB powered lava lamp, but I was going to let the mystery continue.
I'll jump at it and it'll go
I never
surprise
asked.
you.
Perhaps this is a replacement
surprise.
blade.
Look at these ginormous scissors.
Yeah, they are ginormous scissors. Another rasp blade.
Look at this.
What is it? Are they little wings? Remember when you went on an airplane?
Yeah.
That was like what the pilots wear. Here is a envelope for a battery compartment cover. That'll likely go in the trash. Here's a hinge of some sort. It is not seized. Ooh. It's a little scary. Here is a hammer that seems like it might murder somebody. It has no markings, and I believe this is the sort of thing that someone made by hand.
Mommy, you jump at this and you surprise me.
I'm supposed to surprise you? How do I surprise you?
You jump.
Ah!
You
I
jump.
don't want to jump, I'm filming. This is a chisel, I think. Maybe made out of a railroad tie, maybe not. Hammer.
Goga.
Yoga. This is
Giga.
a piece of plumbing.
Quagga is what I say.
The big-
Everything. Quagga, quagga, quagga.
Guaga, guaga, guaga.
And
Ooh,
that's what I say.
Demonetized.
big old
Johnny
wrench.
Quagga. Johnny Quagga.
A drill blade. I've never seen a chuck like
Johnny,
this.
do that.
This
Quagga,
is a
do
Stanley.
that.
We're gonna pause for a minute if someone doesn't stop goo goo gagaing at the camera.
Quagga.
Hard-
Goo goo.
Hardware from something. I don't know. More plumbing parts.
Quagga, quagga.
Okay, we're gonna pause.
Why?
Because we don't want a baby screaming over the video. This, I don't think is a hinge, but might be.
Start over.
Let's start over.
Yes.
We're nearly done with the contents of this toolbox.
I have.
I don't even know what I just dropped, the wrapper to something. Oh, a very old school
Demonetized.
diaper pen. Like, this is back in the day style. This big, like, melamine plastic.
I wear diapers. Run.
Incredibly hard to undo.
Round and round and
It
jump.
also means that if you were trying to diaper a baby, you'd end up poking them trying to maneuver the pin.
Jump. Run. And look on that. Jump. Look.
We've got a Lego.
Look on that. Run.
Another hook that matches. I don't know how you would actually affix these to the wall because there's just a little.
Jump.
There's a threaded
And jump.
inside, so I guess you could make a base and thread it through the back. Oh, this is interesting. W&W Electronics Incorporated. Someone bought W screws 6x9 grills for $2.95. This is in Clinton Avenue West, Huntsville, Alabama.
Do that.
Some weird little washers, which are scattered around in here. A piece of seat belt or something like that. Another Lego, this one with a little sticker of a bug. A really old school ballpoint pen. More drawer hardware with the same paint on it. More plumbing. And some I'm going to dump this out, although the edges of the toolbox make that pretty hard. Okay, Mr. Toolbox.
Here's the Legos.
You can have the Legos. You want to put them in the Lego room? Okay, these are screws that keep a toilet seat on. These are some bits of toilet paper, some
Toilet paper.
these hold curtain rods, the really lightweight kind. A nice big eye bolt loop. I don't know a better name for that.
Look.
More of those washers. Hey, you did it. The Lego Builder Master. A battery that has totally disintegrated, but not burst open.
Solar time.
Corroded. Okay, so I think we need to come to an emotional decision about what we do with loose screws. I feel like I sometimes use loose screws, but already in the 10 seconds I've been screwing with these, their value has been eclipsed by the time spent sorting them.
Bacon egg time.
I can always buy screws if I need them. Ooh, here's a nice little super pointy point. So I think we're definitely going to hit some real quick trash off the top. Even the top of this X-Acto knife is probably got to go. I don't want a broken X-Acto knife, even if it's made of metal. I have a problem. I can't throw away metal. Like I feel like it has to be recycled. I don't think I've ever successfully made it to a metal recycling center. Want a Lego? Here's one of my favorite pieces, the little sideways hook. There you go. She's interested in a lock washer instead.
What?
So,
Hooray.
here's a nice missing the word. The opposite of a drill bit is like a nut driver. A driver bit. There we go. So I would say that all of this is literal trash, including this lovely little crown. The diaper pen is probably the most interesting and unexpected thing. So I'll put that. Oh Lord. Okay. So in general, more tools. I've got a whole wall of tools we'll be going through as time goes by. We have. I don't know that there's any value of keeping these tools together in a set. I don't think anyone cares. No one's going to ever open it and say, oh wow, you've got the tools of a man from the 1950s scattered in with his son's tools that they collected over the years. Oh man. They're all rusty. They all need to be fixed. And I don't know that I own these things. I mean, that hammer I think I might repurpose. I got a very used saw blade. Actually, it doesn't look used at all, as most tools that my dad would have. Not so used. Pulling out those Legos. Another driver bit. There's a thumbtack. A little bit of a clay round or something. There's the other curtain rod thing. An old alligator clip. I always like those. Tiny hinge. If I ever need hinges, I'm going to go buy some fresh hinges. There's the blade to that X-Acto knife. But I'm missing the little chuck. I've got more of these pointy things. I don't know. These seem very aggressive. And a rivet? I don't know what. It's not a nail. Ooh, a resistor. Sorry, I kept thinking capacitor, and it's definitely not a capacitor. Or is it? Is a capacitor a type of resistor in the end? Kind of. No, a capacitor contains a resistor.
Well, yes, but actually no.
The world may never know. There's a neat little piece of what used to be something. Oh, cute little resistor. Okay, you can live over there. So I think all this stuff's going to go in the trash. But for the purposes of continued episodes of Difficult Objects, I think we need a metal recycling bin, because otherwise I'm going to be throwing away a lot of assorted screws and stuff. So, do we have a bucket? I don't know. I'm going to pause the camera and go look for a bucket. And we're back. I have collected 2 objects, a recycling bin and a label maker. The recycling bin can become a metal recycling bin, but I'm going to label it that so people don't put other crap in it. Also, apparently there's a fire truck upstairs. The ultimate Paw Patrol fire rescue fire truck. I apologize for the noise. Okay, so this is downstairs label maker, because if I let it go back and forth, bad things happen. So, we are going to call this the metal recycling bin. So, some of the members of my household are very against my label making. I label everything, that's what I found. Because if you don't know what it is and can't look at it at a glance, it's unlikely that you're actually going to use it for its intended purpose. I tried labeling my kitchen. This didn't come totally out of thin air, because a couple of years ago I stayed at an Airbnb in Orlando, and I was really impressed, because it was, it was one of those joints where, like, they want a bunch of people to stay in the Airbnb at the same time, kind of a hostel sort of situation. And they had, like, all the things labeled in the kitchen, like plates, cups, wine glasses, coffee mugs, coffee for everyone to use, coffee for that people stored there. I don't know. You kind of get the idea. And God, you didn't have to think about a dang thing. You just grab, go. You could tell what was up, what was allowed to be used, what wasn't. My mom hates it. She thinks I'm insane. But anything that I don't have to think about really helps me out in life. Okay, so I'm going to start putting metal that I don't want in the metal recycling bin. This worries me a little bit, because are they going to want it sorted? I can't tell different metals apart. Does metal recycling centers, do they like melt it all down and then go to like specific heats, and like certain metals bubble off and certain ones don't? I don't know. I've never tried. Oh, there's the rest of that X-Acto knife. I've come to the decision I have to just throw away the screws and stuff. If I can't tell what they are and where they came from, then I have literally no point in keeping them because I won't go grab them and use them. So they're gonna go to this recycling center. Or maybe we can find one of those metal guys who drives around. I don't know if that's a country thing or a everywhere thing. You know, your metal man, like a little bit skeevy, drives around in a truck, takes anything metal if you leave it out. Sometimes they'll let you call them. They'll show up a couple of days later. Okay, so we're getting to the end. This seatbelt buckle thing, these weird washers. The only thing interesting I think about this is the wall anchors. It's the packaging. That's pretty old at this point. Made in Taiwan. Insar Corporation. Basics by Insar. It's got a little ruler on the back. That's nice of them. The metal's going in the metal recycling. The trash going in the trash. I really should have a trash can right here. Okay. These two bits that don't match any of my sets. I have bits. I have sets. Okay. Got a lot of trash here. I wish I had that trash can. AA batteries can go in the normal trash, is what the world tells me. These super aggressive little pick things. They look like little rocket cones, and I'm kind of into them, but I don't want them, so they're going away. The hardware to something that is long gone. Some door hardware, a hinge. See ya. Now this I could probably get some use for, the little round bolt. Lordy. Trash. Not trash. These are my remote controls. Okay. I don't know what this is. I really don't. I'm never going to use that. It's probably steel. Crappy steel. Iron. It is rusting. I guess iron. I'm really not that smart. Okay, I'm just going to let it go. Maybe I'm giving away a antique object of some anthropological provenance. I don't know, whatever. These plumbing bits, while they're probably perfectly fine, I don't know what they are, and I would never go to get them when I needed them, so they and their plastic cousin are getting recycled. Okay. We're gonna get a trash can. I wish I had a big funny trash can. Pause. And we're back and almost out of battery, so I don't know how long this will last. I found a trash bag and a filthy trash can. This is the Sterilite 42 quart trash can. Give it a little once over. The inside is disgusting. And I just knocked all the trash in my lap, so we're in a great. I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Okay. So, yeah, we're just gonna start dumping. Okay, so this is a little trash pile. It's, oh wait, I was gonna put a trash bag in the trash can. Man, y'all, I'm not too bright. Okay. I like these trash bags. A little bit less plastic goes into the production here. Okay, now we have a trash bag. So I'm going to slide all this trash into the bin. This little adorable red thing is going. Okay. Here's my cloth. Tried to get away from paper towels. It'll probably never happen because, you know, like paper towels are nice when you spill something that's gross. Like, I don't want to go put a rag with raw egg or meat juice in my laundry, so I like to have paper towels for stuff like that. Okay, so back to the problem at hand. I've got all this crap. I decided that a little bit of it is kind of cool, and maybe I'm utterly insane for keeping these objects. These little hooks. These are difficult objects. They're kind of decorative. Maybe I could use them to make a... Oh no, they don't match my decor. I'm never going to find a home for them. Maybe I could send them to a thrift store, but the mounting hardware's gone. So, bye. Okay. The pocket precision screwdriver set. Who wants to bet they're not in here? Or one or two of them are. Oh, I'm wrong. They are in there, but they are of the lowest possible quality and plastic. I guess that's a Goodwill sort of thing. Okay, so we gotta address that too. In my house, you're not allowed to say you're giving stuff to Goodwill. Goodwill's one of those charities where, kind of like those breast cancer foundations, it seems like they spend a lot more money on merchandise and bonuses for their staff than they do on the actual cause. I don't know if that's true. I don't have enough time to investigate, but it's opinions around me that Goodwill is a little too exploitive of their employees, so we've been giving stuff to a local chain. But the word Goodwill is so ingrained in my brain as like thrift store. A place where you can donate objects you don't want. So I guess we gotta pause one more time and find a box for stuff to give away. Okay, I think we got 1% battery. Let's make it quick. This box is cardboard. So I'm gonna put stuff we're gonna send to the thrift store. I don't like storing stuff in cardboard. It's my probably founded belief that cardboard attracts animals, mice, cockroaches especially. So we are not going to store stuff in cardboard, but for giving stuff away, I think cardboard's fine. Then they can throw it away or recycle it when they're done. Okay. The little Schwinn drink holder thing. I doubt that anyone is ever going to love this and buy it, but it'll go to the thrift store too. Okay, so the problem at hand is these tools. Let's pause while I think. Okay, so I just learned something about the GoPro. I have this. I went all in on the GoPro 10, and apparently, if you have the media mod case, changing the battery is an ordeal. So I'm going to have to figure out how to run on continuous power. Also, my GoPro is like scaldingly hot, so I gotta figure some things out. I'm new to videography in general. I've been a still photographer most of my life. I'm kind of that nerd with the camera. Okay, but back to the matter at hand. Okay, we got a bunch of tools. They're rusty. They're some things. I'm gonna let these scissors go. I've got a lot of scissors. Those look pretty modern too. Everything's dirty. Remember at the beginning when I said that I've got this toolbox, I don't think anyone's ever going to open it and be like, oh wow, you've got the set of tools from somebody in the 50s with scattered things that they bought through the rest of the 1900s. A 1900s tool chest? Should I pack all this up and call it a time capsule. I don't want to live with this in my house. I've got several things that look like tool chests that are just taking up space. Should I give all this stuff away to some budding shade tree mechanic? I really don't know the answer to that one. Off camera is my beautiful mother. I don't know if she has an opinion. These tools were Brent's father's, or the toolbox was his dad's, and the tools kind of accumulated along with the toolbox as far as I know. It's been Dad's. It's Dad's toolbox.
Will anybody care?
I don't know. That's what I'm discussing right now. Is this some sort of like artifact of the 1900s that...
Is that a bullet mold?
No, that's a crack wrench thing.
Oh.
I'm trying to hit it with a hammer or whatever. The only thing that seems like archaeologically interesting is this homemade whacker hammer.
That looks like a Frank thing.
Oh yeah, everything else you could go like buy off the shelf at Home Depot. This is in horrific condition. If I can take the plastic off, I might. I don't know. Is there some value in this collection of objects?
Get it to the metal recycling.
Well, I was talking about that too. The word for aligning all these things is gnawing, and I really like that word. Oh lordy. This is why it's difficult. What the heck do you do with this stuff? They're ostensibly perfectly good tools. They could all use a refurb. My brother is squealing off camera. Oh, I don't know, y'all. Box it up and pretend it didn't exist. I haven't reduced the clutter any more than an ounce or two of trash. 8 ounces of assorted metal. This drill bit, I don't even know how I'd use that, so that can go. The C-clamp, I have a bucket of clamps. I use clamps all the time. For as many of these vice clamps as I have, I don't actually use them. They've pinched me more than they've been helpful in my experience. I'm a wood clamp type person. I'm really lost. Like, this is why this whole adventure is going to go badly. Could it be that I could put these tools in my truck and they would be a good set of tools to carry around? Should I photograph them and give them away on the internet? Dead air. You know, what do we do here? Oh. Should I take all these tools and divvy them out to the various tool collections I already have, as they are all duplicates of other objects? Is this a perfect set of props? Okay, so an exercise in trying to figure out what to do with things when you don't know what to do. Pretend you're your best friend or someone you're dating, or someone you're dating's parents came in and said, "Oh, why do you have this?" And you go, "Well, I have this set of tools because it was my father's and it was his father's before him. It's kind of cool. They're definitely useful. In the upcoming apocalypse, this would be a nice set of tools. Should it be installed in my Jeep? Should it be put in a closet?" Well, that exercise didn't help very much. Let's try another one. How would I feel if one of my friends walked up and said, "Wow, I'd love to have that"? Would I hand it to them? This one's hard. I don't know the answer. Is my first video for difficult objects going to end in a failure where I end up keeping the difficult object that I know I don't actually want? Okay, I've come to a decision. Save for the Legos and small objects, which I'm going to put in my pocket so I can take them to their appropriate places. I think there is value in these things as a set. Whether it's historical, functional, or otherwise. I don't want it, but I'm going to attempt to give it away. But I think I need to personally find the home for it. I don't think it's a Goodwill sort of thing. Or is it? I don't know. I'll make that decision later. But I'm going to pack the things back in the toolbox from which they came. You don't have to watch me do that, but to end this episode, episode 1 of Difficult Objects, I'll name this episode Dad's Tool Chest. And I'm going to call this episode a failure because I'm keeping the objects. They were too difficult. Hopefully we do a little better next time. Alrighty, comment if you want. I'm willing to hear it. Signing off.